Duel Review is brought to you by Nexus, digitalcomics.com. Coming up on today's Duel Review, Doom, the video games. And maybe the movie a little. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it.
Welcome to Friday the 21st of October. We are doing the video games Doom.
Yes, and maybe a little bit about the movie.
Yeah, probably not.
So Doom, done by id, and the years are, Doom was originally released
92.
in 1993.
Damn it.
Yeah, and it was PC. Doom 2 as well, and that was 94. That was right off the heels of the
Yep.
And then they went on to do like Wolfenstein and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Duke Nukem?
no.
No, what was the other
Quake. Yeah,
Thank
all
you.
the Quake series. But and then they revisited. You know, it was a big deal when it came out. Doom 3 in 2005. Totally updated graphics and all that stuff, and it was an awesome game.
I love Doom 3. I mean, I remember playing it in the basement. Excuse me, playing it in the basement and just getting like so scared. You know, like I'm looking behind me.
Yeah, it was the first game like outside of Resident Evil and Silent Hill, which did have some start scares.
Right.
This was one of the first games that I remember playing where I was creeped out. You know, I was old enough that it was not that big of a deal. It was very Dead Space feel though.
Yeah.
Like the same feel I get it with Dead Space is like, you know, a little bit anxious, you know, whatever. The way that people say you're supposed to feel when you listen to heavy metal, that I never do, because I just feel happy when I'm like,
Wait, people are supposed to feel like that?
well, they always say like heavy metal, you shouldn't, if you have a heart problems or something, like they can give you a heart attack because you get into it and you're all, you know, whatever. I
Wow.
never feel that way.
No,
Anyway,
I'm like,
video games I do. So if I have heart problems, I probably shouldn't play, you know, the new version of Doom, whatever that is.
well, I can't wait.
But anyway, so yeah, Doom is one of those success stories for anybody interested in games or getting into games. It's one of those awesome success stories. There's basically a couple guys in their basement, id Software, did the first Doom, mega success. It was really the pioneer of first-person shooters. It's a big deal. And then, of course, you know, the whole story is opens up a gateway to hell, which at that point, you know, it's still been kind of being discovered. Yeah, it wasn't really. I mean, you know, we have tales about hell, but this was like Portal in space to hell. You know, very Event Horizon before Event Horizon. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's where they came. You know, whatever.
Possibly. Yeah.
The whole, you know, we got Doom and then Event Horizon, and then it goes to Dead Space. You know, that's kind of like this link.
Progression, yeah.
Anyway, id to this day, you know, does really great games, but they take their time. They definitely take their time. I think they keep fairly small. I think they're Texas based, and it's just one of those. When you got the third Doom, if you bought the special edition, you got the behind the scenes stuff, and you learned a lot about the first Dooms and the second Doom, whatever.
And I think you could play them too.
Yeah, and I think the second Doom was the first one to get to console. I think it did a short.
Did it?
I think it went to Nintendo 64. I could be wrong about that.
I don't think it was Nintendo 64, no.
Anyway, yeah, Doom 3 was quite, I mean, what is it, like, yeah, over 10 years ago, or 10 years...
What's been?
10 years after the second one,
Oh.
is what I mean, I was trying to say.
When did that one come out?
Big chunk of development. 2005.
2005.
And the one before that was 1994.
Wow, I can't believe it was that long ago.
Yeah.
So I still love the game. I play it like I'm like, oh, I haven't played Doom 3 in a while.
So we promised you we'd probably talk about the movies. Let's just do that quick.
Ugh.
Has The Rock in it,
Dwayne Johnson.
and it sucks.
Yeah, it's horrible.
The only thing that I admire is the attempt to tie it into the first-person shooter with the camera, with the gun,
Yeah, I guess.
but it didn't work.
And they did have the BFG.
It didn't work.
It was horrible. I would not recommend looking at that. If you see it in the stores, just kind of turn away because your eyes might melt out of your head.
Yeah, don't behold the beholder in that movie.
Behold the beholder.
Beholder. Anyway, so yeah, Doom, great game. If you're a fan of the Quake, you know, very similar. Yeah, I hope they come out. Do you know of anything? I mean, they just did Rage.
Yes, they
did.
and I got to get that game.
But it's post-apocalyptic. It's a very different world.
Right.
I'm just wondering if this, you know, generation coming up here is going to be able to experience.
Get a new Doom. I certainly hope so. I mean, I haven't heard anything, but I mean, opening up gateways to hell while in space is just like the perfect, you know, horror genre.
Dead Space
idea.
took that, you know.
Well, I mean, kind of. Well, yeah.
Anyway, this is also one of those games, though, that as much as I love it, You know, like I remember the first one. It was like mothers against video games because of this game.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's like it's very violent and they go to hell. What's wrong with these kids? You know, whatever. And now it's like,
Yeah, that's cheap graphics. What the hell's that?
But yeah, that's one of those things. If you revisit this game, it is so simple.
Yes.
Like literally, you can build better games with what is it, FPS Builder or whatever from free online.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just basically just walls. You know, they got a repeating texture. You just make corridors like a little maze, and then you just have little creatures that come out and then stop and go or whatever, and then move.
Throw like a fireball.
Yeah, right. One fireball or whatever. But in the day, it was so awesome. It was such a departure from anything we'd had.
Absolutely.
And it was just amazing to actually see the gun, and it was like, wow, they look so realistic when it's like 3 squares.
Yeah.
So, and then,
I remember
and
thinking
they had
that.
like the floating spinning health. It's like the Earth Defense Force kind of reference.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why I brought that up in that review. So, yeah, beloved property. I'm sure you'll see it again.
I certainly hope so. I think id owes it to new generations to put out a better Doom, and it owes it to us older generations who would love it.
I definitely think that you can still play 3 though. It's definitely
Absolutely.
held up.
Like I said, I say, wow, I haven't played Doom 3 in a while, and I'll sit there and I'll play it. I mean, granted, I know exactly when things are going to spawn and
triggers,
things are going to come out, but it's just I love playing it.
Yeah, it was a good job with the lighting. It was state of the art back then, and
love the lighting there.
And it's one of those ones where you go into a room and you're like kind of afeared of what's going to pop up. Like, is this one of the rooms that's actually in hell? You know?
Yeah. And I like the cheap thrills that they do. Like you'll see a skeleton, but then it'll just kind of zip out of the way.
Yeah.
That's just fun.
Little startle scares. So
yeah.
Yep.
Good pacing. Good. You have to monitor your ammo. I think this was one of the best games that did that.
Yeah. I do remember, like, especially the second one. I think they had a lot of the blinking lights, and you had to shoot them to get an elevator come down or whatever. And so that was a little frustrating for me. And I don't remember. They don't really do that in the third one, do they?
No, not really. No.
Not anything akin to it, but. So yeah, the second one, I totally, if you can get it free somewhere, which I'm sure you can,
absolutely,
just check it out, just
emulate
to see where it came from, if you're not familiar with it already.
Or if you have Doom 3, I don't think it has to necessarily be the special edition, but I think any Doom 3 has Doom 2 on it.
Okay.
It might even have Doom 1.
And then I think it does actually. And then Wolfenstein was Doom with Nazis.
Yeah,
basically.
But, what did you get on Chicken Puncher? Turkey Puncher. It was Turkey Puncher 3000.
Remember.
I would sit there. I don't know why, but punching a turkey is just fun. There's a little arcade in Doom 3. You can walk up to, like, in the cafeteria area. There's a arcade cabinet, and it's Turkey Puncher 3000 or something like that. And then you just sit there and you punch turkey. And that's all you do is punch a turkey.
I wonder if it was the first implementation of that,
of a game within a game.
Yeah.
Probably not, but not as fun as that. I mean, not as silly as that, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, like Catherine is big right now, and that has a game within a game. That actually, a lot of people have said that little game is actually better
than the bigger
game because there's, no time limit or something like that. Anyway, I played a little bit of Catherine. It's a little frustrating.
Yeah, I heard it didn't.
Controls.
I heard it didn't great.
You just want to go up, but you go this way and then jump off or whatever. It's one of those games. It's like, no, I didn't do that. I got to do this over again. Anyway, Doom, great. You're not doomed to play Doom.
You're doomed if you watch the movie.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the tagline. You'll go to hell if you watch this movie.
This movie is hell. This movie's gone through hell. You will too if you watch it.
Absolutely. It was a horrible movie. But the games, Doom 3 especially.
It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but
I would get Doom 3 and play. It's either Doom 1 or Doom 2 that it comes with. Just play that to remember. Yeah. To revise
to know what it was like.
Yeah. Back in our day when this was awesome.
Yeah.
Now Doom 3 is awesome and that
what
is
does
just like
FPS mean?
What does BFG stand for?
BFJ.
BFG.
Big friggin' jerk. I said friggin'.
Zing!
Remember, don't watch the movie.
Don't watch the movie. Play the games. Doom 3, get that one. And there's an expansion pack which is pretty good too. For Doom 3. It came out on Xbox.
Princess Wave. Oh wait, I gotta cup it more.
Yeah.
Like I'm scooping ice cream out of the air.
Oh, sorry. Just kind of hit the microphone.
Okay. See ya. Next week, we start off with Scarlet the Comic. Didn't like that one either.
Did I fill this up? Did you fill it up?
Yeah, I did for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Dave. I'm so glad you noticed.
What'd you do?
I just turned it off. Today's this 2 buttons, too much for me. Can't figure it out. Maybe the movie a little. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it.
The movie sucked.
Yeah, it did.
Horrible movie.
That's why I didn't emphasize. Maybe if you're bad.
If you piss us off, we're going to talk about the movie.
Okay.
What does BFG stand for? You don't know? Big fucking gun. Big fucking gun. What's BFG? Why are we just sitting
I
here?
don't know.
Just kind of
What's your
stop.
segue, buddy?
I don't know. BFG, big fucking gun. I don't know.
BFJ.
BFG.
Big friggin' jerk.
Ah.
I said friggin'. I don't think that works. I'm gonna have to cut that out.